A Cameroonian woman is lying in the desert between life and death. She was struggling to cross to Europe with 40 other persons. Cameroon's first daughter, Brenda, strikes again. 4 Cameroonian youths were caught across the Mongo smuggling skeletons and bones from human beings. A Cameroonian youth popularly known as Puff Money drowns in Limbe over the weekend. A Gabonese man gets married to 4 women in one sitting, and Africans are just concerned about a brother's well-being going forward. If you've ever wondered about how a stripper's funeral will go down, stay tuned, we got you covered. Cameroonian comedian Mustik got married over the weekend, and the ridiculous items asked for the traditional wedding, together with the bride price, has got Cameroonians talking. Cameroonian artist Jovi shares pictures of him and his protégée Renice, and Cameroonians are speculating whether Renice is pregnant or not. Cameroonian artist Teno is far from being over with his legal issues after the accident with Eric and Fia Mouyon. Erica's family has pressed charges. The long streak of poisonings in Cameroon is far from being over, as we have 2 Cameroonian youths who have been poisoned again. Linda, who left from Europe, and a young man who left from Algeria to Cameroon. Stay tuned for the news in full. So in today's episode of Clandestine Travel, in today's episode of Europe à tout prix, we have 41 Cameroonian youths that left Douala 11 days ago on foot, and they were hoping to get to Europe. Unfortunately, 11 days into their journey, some of them got sick, some of them got tired, they ran out of food, they ran out of water, and among such persons were Isabelle Mpuma Merci. Isabelle is a hairdresser in Douala Cité Verte, but she left struggling to cross to Europe, and 11 days into the journey, she got incredibly sick. She could not even stand on her feet, her legs gave out. You know, this journey is not easy. Crossing the Sahara on foot is really risky. So Isabelle's legs gave out, and the rest of the people traveling with her, the 40 other Cameroonians, they could not leave their Cameroonian sister just like that. They stopped to camp around her, trying to revive her, trying to resuscitate her. So they stayed with Isabelle for 5 days on the same spot, struggling to rejuvenate her, but she could not sit up, she could not stand on her feet, and her body is giving out. So Isabelle is currently in the Sahara Desert, hanging between a thread, hanging between life and death, over a clandestine journey that this could have been avoided if she stayed back home in Cameroon. I don't know how many youths have to die using this means for other people to receive sense. I don't know how many youths have to lose their life due to this clandestine travel before other people will learn to receive sense. So the youths have stayed with Isabelle for 5 days in hopes that she was going to get better, but she kept getting worse and worse every day. As her condition is deteriorating, the youths are running out of options. They are like, we are in the middle of nowhere. We cannot stay in this desert for 6-7 days with you, Isabelle. We are sorry, but we have to get to Europe one way or the other. So frustrated and running out of options, they recorded a little video of Isabelle. They filmed this little video and they shared it on social media in hopes of reaching Isabelle's family. The youths are talking in French. You can hear them visibly saying, we are sorry we have to do this to our Cameroonian sister. We are sorry, but at this point we have to abandon this lady. We have given 5 days of our journey trying to save our Cameroonian sister's life. At this point we ran out of options. There's nothing we can do. So if you're Isabelle Mpuma's family, please come and locate your sister. She is in the middle of nowhere. She's in the Sahara. We are going to abandon her. At this point we have to continue our journey. We left Cameroon with hopes of reaching Europe. We are not going to let one person endanger 40 other lives. If we get caught in the middle of the desert, we may go to jail, we may lose our lives, and we are not trying to die because we want to save one person. We cannot even say we want to struggle and carry her body. You cannot carry somebody all the way from the desert to Europe. So we are really sorry that we have to do this, but we are going to leave this lady here and her family should come get her. So by the time the family wants to see this video in Cameroon, by the time they want to gather money and resources to travel to the Sahara to go get their sister, she may already be dead, and it's just unfortunate. So I hope youths are thinking through and through before embarking on this journey. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. You are the boss of your life. You make your decisions. You know, you call the shot. But I'm trying to let you guys know the risk involved. Do your risk assessment. Is it worth it? Is it worth my life? This journey, is it worth me sacrificing everything, even my existence? Must I get to Europe at all costs? There's countries that are visa free for Cameroonians. Go to Google. Google is your best friend. If you want to travel, go and type visa free countries for Cameroon, and when you check them, then you can travel to one of those countries. You can sit and gather money, you play your DV lottery, you find legitimate ways of traveling abroad. You apply for schools in Belgium, in Germany, in the US. People get lucky and they give them these admissions and they travel abroad. Clandestine travel is not the way out. It is risky, it is mellifluous, anything can meet you in the desert. People fall in the jungles. How many people have to die for us to learn sense? Last week I shared a video of 51 Cameroonian youths who died. 51 Cameroonian youths, they were struggling to cross Tunisia to Europe. And this is another batch of Cameroonians. So we have to be smart. We have to evaluate our choices before we embark on such journeys. So coming up next, we have Brenda Bia, Cameroon's first daughter. And Brenda has a love-hate relationship with Cameroonians. She receives a lot of backlash on the internet and it comes with the territory. You know, Brenda being the daughter of a man whom so many people love to hate, sometimes people transfer the hate they have for her father towards her. And Brenda herself is not easy. Sometimes she's the one who looks for trouble on the internet. The past few weeks have particularly been difficult for Brenda. She's been having trouble. She's been doing back and forth on Instagram with socialite and media personality Dencia. So Brenda and Dencia have been fighting on Instagram the whole of last week and it's taking a toll on her. Cameroonians came and was insulting her. Some were supporting Dencia, some were supporting Brenda. So she was getting a lot of backlash on the internet and she feels sad. So this is her message to her haters. This is her clapback to her haters. Honey, you guys are not going to control me. You guys are not going to dictate terms to me. Because I'm the first daughter doesn't mean I don't have a life to live. I'm going to make my choices. I'm a youth. I'm going to enjoy my youthful age. I'm going to live my life to the best of my ability. So she made a video smoking like a chimney, smoking like a street girl, quote unquote, if I can say that. And then she put it on her Snapchat. So Cameroonians saw this video of Brenda smoking anyhow and they were like, Tata Coco Mongo. Brenda, you are the first daughter of Cameroon. So many young girls are looking up to you. Our little sisters, our little daughters are looking up to you. So they were like dragging her like, Brenda, what kind of example are you showing these young girls? This is terrible. This is unbecoming. This attitude is unbecoming. And you know, it's not the first time for Brenda to record such ridiculous videos and put on the internet. So although this could be a very good clapback from Brenda to her haters, this could also be a message to her dad. This could also be a signal to the president. You know, they have a weird family dynamic. Brenda doesn't talk to her father all the time. There's somebody she has to pass through before getting to her dad. So maybe she's been making demands. Daddy, I want this. Daddy, I want that. Or maybe she wants her father's attention and daddy is so busy running the affairs of the state. And Brenda is like, he's playing with me. He doesn't know me. When I will do one ridiculous thing that will trend on the internet, that will definitely get his attention. She does this from time to time. You know, you guys know Brenda is one of the most stubborn children that the president has. The other two ones, they are all straightforward, you know, following their studies and all that stuff. She's the one who gives her father headache all the time. So she's surely doing this to get attention from her dad. She's like, okay, I'm calling him now, he's not picking. I'm sending him message through the agent special, he's not replying. Okay, this one will definitely reach him. So sometimes she'll do ridiculous things like this to get daddy's attention. Maybe she's signaling her dad like, daddy, I need you to pick your phone and call me. And who knows, maybe daddy will pick the phone and call like, Enga, what are you doing? Anastasia, what's your problem? What's your problem? You want Cameroonians to be calling my name again? Behave yourself now. Say, come on. And then she's going to tell him, daddy, I need a new Range Rover, I need a new Benz or whatever. I don't know. But sometimes Brenda will do ridiculous things to get her daddy's attention. So coming up next, we're going to talk about a celebrated Cameroonian comedian called Mustik le Charismatic, who over the weekend got married to his longtime girlfriend called Laika. Mustik and Laika started dating way back when they were just in secondary school, and many years down the line, when the Lord has blessed him, his comedy is going viral, he's making good money, he decided to go back and marry his girlfriend from day one. And we appreciate a baby boy who is loyal. We appreciate a baby boy who is faithful to the woman who held him down when he had nothing, to a woman who was there for him when he was a nobody. You guys know there's so many guys out here that will be with them, will be suffering with them, will be eating Gary and sugar together. As soon as the Lord blesses them, all of a sudden we're not up to their level anymore. All of a sudden they don't want to mingle with us anymore. They want to leave us and go for slave queens. But we appreciate the baby boy who remembers the girl who held him down when he was a nobody. So Mustik over the weekend took his mom, his family, his brothers and sisters. They went to Laika's family to ask for Laika's hand in marriage, and the requirements that Laika's family had asked for Mustik, Papa God, though. If you look at these pictures, you feel feel like, what is going on here? They have bunches of plantain, they have bags and bags and bags of yams, bags and bags and bags of onion, they have crates and crates and crates of drinks, they have cows, they have pigs, they have goats, they have, like, what is happening? When I saw these pictures, I was like, this is ridiculous, this is crazy. First of all, the extortion is too much. The way some families are really exaggerating this bride price of a thing, it's really annoying. You see a young struggling couple that wants to come get married, and then you as the uncles in the family, you as the bride's parents, you just want to kill the young man. When you take all the small money that he has, what will your daughter be eating when she goes to his house? How will your daughter survive? How do some families not get this? While it is true that people have to pay dowry, bride price was instituted to be a symbolic thing. It's something that is symbolic to show the family that, okay, I appreciate your daughter, I appreciate all the help and the care that you've raised this beautiful woman for me to come marry, take her to my home where she's going to start bearing me children and all that stuff. It's supposed to be symbolic. It's not supposed to be extortion. Some families just want to kill young boys out here. We have brothers, we have cousins, we have nephews that want to get married, but they are scared. And some tribes is really just crazy. So whether our brothers will just go and start marrying from the tribes where they're not complicated, or I don't know. Because some people really take this serious. It's like they want to just kill the young man. This is terrible. So I'm just here watching all these things like, thankfully it was Mustik, he had the money, he could afford it. What about our cousins and our junior brothers who don't have that amount of money? This is crazy. Why are some families so greedy? When it's time for marriage, they come and be asking all these ridiculous things. Some families will really tell you if he likes you, he will pay. If he loves her, he will pay. Some other families will say, our daughter went to boarding school. He should calculate the 400,000 per year times the 7 years she was in boarding school. The 50,000 we're paying in university. The 300,000 we're paying for administrative. Can you imagine? Some parents are charging bride price as if they want you to cover every single franc they spend on the daughter. You are a parent. It's your duty to raise your child. You're not raising your child and keeping the bill somewhere. You got la facture. You're not raising your child and writing, okay, I bought her a pencil for 25 today. I bought her a book for 50 today, to add it up and give it to the man who comes to marry her 20 years from class 1. This is crazy. I don't know how some people think and how they've managed to abuse this beautiful institution of bride price. And sometimes it's even uncles who have never contributed 25 to the bride's education. When they hear that it's time to collect money, what they don't break, they come and start giving long bills. It's just ridiculous. So ladies, we have to start making our families to learn sense. It's high time. If you find your babe that you're in love with him, you take him home to go marry him, to show your family, and your family ask him 10 million, 5 million. Carry your babe, you guys should run. Even if it's Bangapongo, go and get married there. Everybody will be alright. Now wait, see. We want to respect the family, we want to respect the institution of traditional marriage, we respect our culture and everything, but they just want to exploit us. So if you've taken 10 million bride price for my groom I've brought to my family, you've asked him to buy things that cost over 6 million. He has spent 60 million only on traditional wedding, buying you guys things and paying bride price. How much will I spend on my wedding gown? How much will he spend on the suit? How much will he spend on the venue? How much will we spend on photography? How much will we spend on feeding, on the wedding proper? How much will he spend on civil wedding? How much will he spend when we move into our new house? And it's crazy because some youths literally go and borrow money to make weddings. When they go and they tax them 10 million bride price, they love the girl so much. They had once what it wants. So they will go out of their way to go borrow money. Imagine borrowing money to go pay bride price. Imagine borrowing money to go satisfy your in-laws. And then you carry their daughter and come to the house. Now you guys are drinking gari and sleeping on the floor. Landlord is coming to knock the door every day. Pay my money, or I'll throw you out. Why are some families so greedy? They don't even think about the well-being of their daughter. When you extort money from this young man, your daughter has a bearing in that. She suffers. She's the direct consequence of your greed. She suffers when she moves in with him. Now, all the kind of thing they make, and so woman, they go marry some man, you should not for house, the man, they only look you, hey, so now 60 million this, hey, you better born me 20, begin there for that 60 million, I pay your family. And sometimes you put pressure on the girls too. You do any small thing, I pay 50 million for your head, I don't want to hear any nonsense. And that's how violence even comes into the marriage sometimes. So our families should be careful because we suffer the direct consequence of all their actions. And this is just crazy. So ladies, it's high time for us to start making our families to learn sense. If you're from those families that they are greedy, you see your uncles, they start asking high money. Start telling them now, uncle, that regime of high money, high bribe price in this family is going to end with me, because my bae is, a regular guy. He has a normal job. So you guys are not going to come here and tell him to give you millions. I'm not going to let that happen. So ladies, we have to stand up for ourselves, face our family, and make the cycle end with you. Uncle, these millions you guys are asking every day, you guys are not going to ask it to my boyfriend, eh? You guys are not going to ask it from him. He's a struggling guy. He loves me. It's not a crime if he wants to marry me. So it's either our families receive sense or we make them to have sense by force. Alright, so enough of my rants. I mean, I've been ranting. This topic really makes me angry. When I start talking about this topic, it really makes me angry because it's something that I've seen in a lot of situations. Alright, beautiful people. Thank you guys so much for watching. I guess with this, we've come to the end of part 1 of this video. I had over 8 topics to discuss and I've decided to split it into 2 videos. So this is going to be part 1 and hopefully by the grace of God, we are going to have part 2 tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, guys. I mean, we've come to the end of today's video. I remain your girl Unana. If it is your first time on this channel, please don't go without subscribing. Subscribe, honey, because you are definitely gonna love it here. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna be reading all your comments below in the comment section. What do you think about this exorbitant sums of money our families are asking our boyfriends, our fiancés, our grooms to be? What do you think about how can we end this cycle? I mean, boys are crying. This is the reason why women are having children at home. All small girls, they don't born off a house. You want to see a 26-year-old girl, she already has kids at home because only the amount that they're asking her boyfriend to come, he prefers to just go and do his jiggy for free now. If you can do it for free, why go and pay 10 million? And before you know, your daughters are all pregnant at home because of all this nonsense you guys are doing without thinking. So how can we break the cycle? How can we end this circle? How can we just put an end to all this exorbitant sums of money they're asking our family? What do you think about the Brenda gist? What do you think about all the other topics discussed? What do you think about clandestine travel and the lady who was almost losing her life in the desert today? Leave me your comments below in the comment section. I'll be reading every comment. I'll be replying. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, and share. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.